We're back in my little Cajun kitchen, and today we're going to do a dish I call ground meat stew. We've got all our ingredients laid out. We've got some lean ground meat. This is a, let me see there, 90-10, and this says ground sirloin Angus. Ooh, the fancy stuff. Got some red Irish potatoes, onion, bell pepper, 3 nice sized carrots, some celery, my usual Prud'homme seasonings and perfect pinch, some brown gravy mix, and we'll add in some different herbs and stuff later. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to chop all them. Oh, and I got my cast iron heating with some olive oil on the stove. But we're going to get started. We're going to go ahead and chop our onions and stuff and get all our vegetables prepped. Once we're done with that, we'll be back. All right, I got all my vegetables chopped up. I got my onions in my pretty little red bowl. I only used half of that onion. It was a big old Vidalia, so I only used half of that. We've got 1 small bell pepper and 1 stick of celery. I had 3 carrots out, but I think just 2's gonna do it, so all I cut was 2. And I cut them into little tiny squares like that. You can do rounds if you want. I mean, that works just as well. I had 4 potatoes, medium and small, and I cut them in various size chunks, small to medium. The little small chunks are kind of tend to dissolve and thicken up the gravy some, and the big chunks give you something to bite into. So I got my pot heating up, olive oil in it, of course. I'm gonna go ahead and move over to the stove, and we'll get started cooking this stuff. All right, we're at the stove now. As you can see, my grease is starting to kind of smoke a little. I'm gonna turn that fire lower and throw them onions in there. Ah, I love that sound. And the smell that comes up from it. My buddy Jude's here again today, hiding behind the camera. He grinning like a possum. Because he know what he's about to eat. Oh, if I could only turn that camera around to catch that. Get that all stirred up. Throw in the bell pepper and celery. Oh yeah, I like these little bowls. They're so handy. We're also going to throw in some garlic in here. But we want to get this going a little bit. Now I can turn my fire back up. My grease won't burn now. And I do my vegetables at the same time as I do my vegetables. I throw my potatoes in there, my carrots in there, let them cook. Stir that all around. Don't that look pretty? Hey, if you kind sir would hand me that bottle with the green top. Thank you. I got some Prud'homme's vegetable magic. Oh, and it's a brand new one. I haven't even opened it yet. Woohoo! And I like to throw that in there. I did it on the last one I made, and it tasted so good. I figure I'm gonna repeat that and try to get it tasting that good again. Oh yeah. Now that's going to take a while to kind of wilt down and brown and all that good stuff. So y'all know the routine. We'll be back. All right, the vegetables been browning down for about a half an hour now. As you can see, I'm starting to get a little bit of stick at the bottom from my potatoes. We'll fix that right up. A little bit of cold water to deglaze that. Just a smidgen. So apparently my pot's not too hot because it didn't sizzle like it was supposed to. But I had to turn that fire low because I didn't want to be standing there stirring in that the whole damn time. All right, well, we got the vegetables pretty well cooked down. Go ahead and throw in some garlic. And like as usual, I'm lazy, so I get the stuff pre-chopped. Ah, 1 nice little spoon of that. That don't take that long. We'll let that brown down some. We ain't going off camera for this because it don't take all that long. Or it won't if I turn my heat up. All right, yeah. You can see that? Them potatoes are gonna thicken that up pretty good. But just in case they don't, I got the pack of brown gravy mix that I put in there, and that works pretty good too. A little tastier than a slurry would be. And a slurry is just like flour mixed with water, kind of, or cornstarch to make it thicker. And it's a stew. We want it thick because there will be no rice served with this. A Cajun with no rice. But alrighty. And I also got some water boiling there for my stock. And you know I like to use that beef base. That stuff works good. Put some of that in there, no salt needed. And unlike water, it adds a lot of flavor. Oh, my water's starting to boil over there. All right. I'll go ahead and turn that off and I'll get to that in a second. Let me see what I gotta do next. Oh yeah. Might help if we brown that meat, huh? Got a pound. Nowadays, that's about all you can afford without taking out a loan. Oh, come on, people. Why you gotta make that so hard to take off? Yeah, that's why they love me, don't y'all? Could have maybe used a pound and a half, but it'll work. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Get that all browned down. Come on now. Oh yeah. Well, you know that's gonna take a while, and I ain't got nothing more to say for right now, so we're gonna take a little break and be back when that's brown. Okay, our ground meat is browned down, and boy, look at that, and I'm thinking, phew, I could have used another half a pound, but I like a lot of meat. Now we're gonna throw in our stock. I got 2 cups here. I'm gonna put about 1.5 cups, and you see why later. Leave that 1/2 cup off to the side, kind of deglaze that bottom because them potatoes like to stick. But actually, it don't look too bad. It's gonna work. But me, I just like a lot of meat in my stew. Oh yeah, that's just about right. Then we're gonna add all our little herbs and stuff. I got some sage, the rubbed one. We've got some marjoram. And don't ask me why I put all these different herbs in there. It just feels right. It's my Cajun ancestors talking to me, saying, hey look boy, you need some of that. And they even tell me how much. Some parsley. No. Somebody just whispered up on the other side. Because you ain't getting nothing like this. All right, that's in there. We got our famous little perfect pinch with various herbs in it, but it got no salt. So we're not adding salt. A little extra garlic powder never hurt. And if I can get this off my cooking board, I got some fresh thyme. Gonna dump that in there. Oh, she's bubbling up mighty nice now. Stir all that around. And we're almost done with this. We're gonna let it turn that fire down and just let it simmer for a while, kind of thicken up, because basically everything's cooked. And just to be sure, the carrots are cooked. And then we're gonna come back. We're gonna thicken it up, and we'll add our vegetable. And you can add. I usually either put corn or little green peas. But we'll see. It's gonna be a mixture of what we put in there today. We'll be back. All right, I let that stew cook down for about 15 minutes there. Now we're gonna thicken it up a little bit. I got some brown gravy. I know it's kind of cheating, but hey. And I got a half a cup of this stock left. Gonna pour that gravy in there and mix that all up. We'll throw that in that pot. Oh yeah. She's all mixed up. Now, before we go throw it in there, I want to open up. We decided we're going to go with some corn. So, I'm going to show you. Got this neat little can opener. We're going to open up that corn. Look at that little thing. And just go around like that. Go, boy, go. Get it. All right, we have the stove. And we're going to add this brown gravy and stock mixture to that. It really don't need a whole lot of thickening, as you can see, but it's getting it. And pour that in there. Oh yeah. I'm gonna kick that heat up. We're gonna be eating real soon. Get that gravy coming to a boil, and that'll help thicken it up there. That's definitely smelling pretty good. It's looking pretty good too. It might over thicken with that brown gravy because it's already so thick, but we got a little trick for that too. And it ain't water. Well, in a way it is, but. You know me, I'm all about adding the flavors, not taking them away.
Is a solvent.
Yep. Oh yeah. See how thick that's getting? Oh. Now we can go ahead and turn our fire down, grab our corn, and we're going to just use the liquid from the corn in there to add a little liquid to that. Normally I would drain that corn first, but and you know something we didn't do? We forgot our meat magic. So we're going to throw that in there now. Mix all that around. Oh, let me tell you, that's going to be mighty tasty. We're going to put that lid back on there and let that cook for about another 5, maybe 10 minutes. Just depends on how I feel. And then we're going to come back, let y'all take a look at it, plate it up, and head for the table. That's been cooking for about 5 minutes. I want it to get that corn nice and warm. You know, you don't want to bind some room temperature corn. And as you can see, it's I'm going to stir that around for y'all. It's quite thick. It don't look too bad, even though it could have used a little more meat. We'll go ahead and turn that off. You gotta serve that in a bowl, because it's just gonna go all over a plate. We'll serve up a bowl of that, and we'll head for the table. Oh yeah. I'm filling up my bowl. Jude can fill his own. All right, well, we'll see y'all back at the table. Well, we each got us a nice bowl. And we're about to dig in and let y'all know what that tastes like.
Oh yeah.
It tastes like it burned my tongue. It's hot. And I mean from the heat, not from no pepper.
That's really good.
It's got a really good taste to it, don't it?
I never had it like this before. This is really good.
Well, I guess it had enough meat to work out. It's got a really savory flavor. You can taste the herbs in it and everything.
Yeah.
And it's a real belly sticker. I mean, you eat a couple of bowls of this and you won't be able to help yourself. And speaking of, that's what we're about to do. Eat a couple of bowls of this. I'll see y'all next time on Sky's Cajun Kitchen.